In this video, we'll look at how to release assessment content in stages. This is helpful if you don't have all the questions written for a product, but you still need to release it to customers. In this example, I am working with an astronomy product that covers the planets in our solar system. The textbook has 9 chapters, an introduction, and chapters on each of the 8 planets. I'm in the Content Manager section. Let's open the product and see what I have. So far, I've created the content for the introduction and the chapter on Mercury. Unfortunately, the school year is starting, and I have to make this content available while I complete the remaining chapters. I've created another product that I'm going to use as a sandbox to write the rest of the content. Since the main product will be live while I finish the content, I need to keep the new content separate so customers can't see it until it's ready. In the Sandbox product, I've created question sets for the remaining chapters. I'll write my content in these sets, and as I finish it, I'll add it to the live product. If customers access your content via a single sign-on catalog, you'll want to set up the Sandbox product with an ISBN that will never be used. It can be a generated ISBN or even just a text string. You just want something that won't accidentally be accessed from the catalog. Let's look at what this looks like in the test generator. The Planets product has 2 sets, and the sets have questions in them. The sets in the Sandbox are empty. Now that I have the first 2 chapters complete, I want to release the content to instructors. The way you do this depends on your implementation. If you are using single sign-on, you would add the product to your online catalog. If you're not using single sign-on, you would provide authorization codes to customers. In my case, I provided instructors with authorization codes. Regardless of how you make a product live, once customers authorize the product and start using it, you will see entries in the authorization report. Anytime you see entries in the authorization report, you know that the product is live and the content is in use. When a product is live, you need to take care when adding new content. There's a link in the description below to the Working with Live Content video where you can find out more information about ways to prevent issues when working with live content. When a product is live, you'll use the Push Updates option to deliver new content to instructors who authorized the product before that content was available. We'll be using this feature later in the video. Here's an example of what an instructor who authorized the product sees. They have the Planets product in their account. They have the first 2 chapters. They also have the questions that I wrote for those 2 chapters. Now let's suppose that I've finished writing the questions for chapters 3 and 4. I want to add these questions to the live product. The first thing I need to do is to create 2 new question sets in the live product. Let's go over to the Content Manager and do that. Let's open the live product. Now I'll click New and add empty question sets for chapters 3 and 4. Next, we'll return to the test generator and add the questions to our new sets. We're going to use the Add to Current option to add the new questions to the sets. In the test generator, I'll open the Chapter 3 question set I just created. Next, I'll expand the Sandbox product so I can see the question sets. We'll right-click the Chapter 3 set in the Sandbox product. Then we'll select Add to Current. This will add all the questions from Chapter 3 in the Sandbox to the question set we have open. Now we'll open Chapter 4. This time, I'll right-click Chapter 4 in the Sandbox product and select Add to Current. We've added the new questions to the live product, but we still need to push the content to the existing users. Let's look at the instructor's account to see why we have to push updates. The instructor still only has the first 2 chapters. It's important to remember that when an instructor authorizes a product, they receive the content that is available at that time. Any content added after they've authorized the product must be pushed to them. Back in the Content Manager, let's look at the authorization report again. Notice that this authorization was issued on July 24th, 2024. This date is the date the first instructor used this authorization code or accessed the content via single sign-on. So it's the earliest date that someone has accessed the content. The create date for the 2 sets I created is July 25th, a day after the issue date of the authorization code. That explains why we didn't see the 2 new chapters in the instructor's account. The sets didn't exist when they authorized the product. So we need to push the content out to them. Checking the authorization report lets you know if the product is live or not. But generally, if you add new question sets or tests, or if you add questions to an existing set or test, you should push updates. If you edit an existing question, instructors get those updates in real time. It's easy to push new content to instructors. Click Push Updates. Then click Push in the confirmation dialog box. Now let's take a look at the instructor's account again. To receive updates, instructors need to log in again after you push the updates. When they log on, they will receive a message telling them that their content is being updated. Now let's expand the Planets product. The instructor now has the new sets and the new questions. And that's how you do a staged release of your assessment content.